what's up? Really quick, I wanted to show y'all where I keep like the merchandise. Here are the soaps, and then these are the empty jars for the candles. And this will be like where I'll be picking the stuff from, minus the empty jars. And these are like the soap labels. So let's get into the labeling portion of the video. So that's me saying hey again. And this particular order, they ordered everything plus 2 of the same soaps that we have on our site. So first I'll need scissors, crafter's tape. Y'all have a love-hate relationship with this thing. Then we'll need the soap labels, like I said, the crafter's paper to wrap the soap in. That's what I wrap my soap in. Not crafter paper, y'all see it. And printer paper to put the craft paper on so that it doesn't like make my table sticky. So the first thing I do is lay this pre-cut, pre-measured piece of paper on top of the printer paper. I go ahead and pre-fold it to a point where the fold, or the part that's going to be left over, is not like in the middle of the paper. I don't know why I do that. I try to make it towards the end, and then I go ahead and kind of fold it where it's indented, because that makes it easier when I'm trying to go ahead and glue it again. So I do that on both sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the crafter's tape and go over the end of the paper with that. So after sticking the back of the paper, I go ahead and fold this so it's like a gift wrapping present. But if it's too long, I take it out and cut a piece off, which you see me doing right here. And normally it'll be too long. I like to give myself some wiggle room when I go ahead and create the pre-cut craft paper. Right here, I fold it and then cut off the excess and do it on the other side, because I don't want it to be too long where it'll have the packaging looking bulky. After I pre-fold those ends, I lay the soap on the table, take the crafter's tape and glue one side down, fold it inwards, and then glue the top side as well and fold it in. So what I try to do here is make the top piece like in the same direction where there's that excess in the back. I'll show you a close-up, I think, where everything goes backwards. So on the top, I have the top piece, like this piece right here, going towards the back, and on the bottom I have the top piece going towards the back where the fold is. I just do this so the front is as clean as possible and that it looks neater this way. Now that I'm done wrapping it, here I'm showing you the front, and you see how clean it is. And then there's that fold in the back I was talking about, and where I try to get the folds on the top, on the bottom to go towards the back. Right here you see me grabbing the label of the soap that I just wrapped, and I try to place it in the middle. So on both sides is the ingredients listed on one side and then the website on the other side. try to make it as neat as possible to where none of them are hidden against the front of the soap. So that's what you see me doing right here. And then I again indent it by folding it around and kind of pressing it down. And then I go ahead and take that tape and go over it a couple times and then stick it. And it's that simple yet that hard, because y'all, this takes forever. And then that's how I wrap our soaps. I kind of debated in the beginning if I wanted to like shrink wrap and then wrap it with this label, but in the end I like this look of the soap. I think it makes it look cleaner. And this right here is the finished product. Now that I'm finished with that one, I just go ahead and do the same process a bazillion times. So this soap right here is our golden turmeric and honey in it. So that's like why it has a darker color than the other turmeric soap. And I just follow the same process. I pre-fold it to where it's not too close to the middle. So I try to get it more towards the end of the paper and of the soap, just so that it looks cleaner. I go ahead and fold it again and have the folds on the top, on the bottom, facing towards the back. After I finish wrapping the soap, I go ahead and grab the label for it, fold it to where the ingredients and the website are on the sides of the soap, and then of course the label and everything is on the front. So I go ahead and fold it and make the little indents and cut the excess off, and then I go ahead and tape it with the Kraft's tape. I know you've got like the gist of how I like label our soap. So the rest of these clips will be sped up clips of me wrapping the rest of the soaps, and then we'll get into labeling the candles. Now that I'm done wrapping all of the soaps in their designated labels, I go ahead and clean the table again because I like working with a clean area. I cleaned the table before I laid the soaps down, just in case anyone was wondering. And now it's time to move into the candles. So we have our labels, our lids, alcohol to clean the jars, paper towel. Y'all, as you'll see here in a few, it's much easier to label the candles as it is the soaps. So first thing I do is go ahead and put lids on the jars. All the jars have the same colored lids, so that makes it easier when it comes to like packing and labeling them. So now I'm taking a piece of paper towel and dabbing a couple dabs of alcohol on it just to clean the jars itself, so that one, it's clean, and two, it helps the labels stick better. And I'll go ahead and go all the way around the jars because I'm not sure where I'll stick the label when it's time for me to do it. And then I do it at the bottom of the jars for the warning labels, just in case. I did forget the warning labels in the beginning, but you'll see here in a few that I remembered it later. The white jar right here had a little leftover wax on the outside of it, so that's why you see me struggling to clean it off here with the alcohol again. And then I'll go ahead and put the lid back on. Right here you see I finally remember the warning labels, and then I get a clean towel so that I can lay the jars on so that they're not rolling all over the table. Sorry about the lighting, y'all. I didn't realize it was this bright, but right here I'm just sticking on the warning labels and trying to get it as close to the center of the jar as possible. Now, when it comes to sticking on the actual product labels, I put it to where the warning, like the top of the warning label, is facing upwards. So I do that, and then I stick the candle label as closely to the lid as I can. Then I just go ahead and smooth that label out so it's as clean as possible. After a legit hour in real time of labeling all of these products, it is finally shipping time. So here I have some packing peanuts, some craft paper again, this honeycomb thing, and I have some tape. The mailer will not work because it's too many products, so I'm going to use a flat rate medium box. So of course the first thing you're going to want to do is fold that box out, or build the box and then tape it down. Try to do like a couple of layers of tape just so that the package doesn't come apart in the shipping process, because you know they can handle your boxes pretty roughly. Now I try to put a thin layer of these packing peanuts at the bottom of the box just so that it's a little barrier between the products and the boxes. Y'all, these are the packing peanuts that when you put it under the water, it dissolves. So that's what I try to do. I'm trying to make the packaging as sustainable as possible. The only thing I said I can make is more like, like recyclable is the tape, like using paper tape and stuff. Now I'll just set that box aside and get the candles prepared to go into the mailer. So here I'm just, again, wrapping the candles in a pre-cut, pre-measured piece of brown craft paper. I do this so when I put the honeycomb like barrier on it, it doesn't scratch the label or the jars. Right here you'll see me attempting to pleat. Y'all, honestly, shout out to the pleat queens that be pleating their stuff and then putting that little wax thing over it. Y'all, look at this. I cannot do that for anything. So I just try to pleat it to the best of my ability and then I set it aside. Now I'm grabbing the honeycomb barrier. Y'all really need to figure out the name of this. I have it linked in the description box. And then I try to measure it out so that I'm not using more than I need to, and then I go ahead and rip it off. It's pretty easy to use. This product is basically what your bubble wrap will be if you're using bubble wrap. I use this instead of bubble wrap because bubble wrap heats up in the summer and your candles don't need to be heated up any more than they would be like when they're sitting in a hot truck during the summer when they're trying to deliver your package. So I go ahead and center the candles in the middle of that, wrap it around. You can go around more than once, but I didn't because it was like a tight package. Now I just go ahead and twist the ends instead of taping them and put it in the box. And I do the same thing for each candle. Now that I'm done wrapping up all of the candles, I placed the soaps in there, kind of like so it's also a barrier between the candles and the boxes, and then between the candles itself. I also go ahead and insert some packing peanuts between the candles and the soaps again, so that is another barrier. Y'all, I try to create as much barriers with the packing peanuts and products itself so that they don't touch each other, just so that the product doesn't break. So I go ahead and strategically put them in. You see me like kind of filling in the empty areas around the candles and the soaps. I didn't include it in this video, but because I didn't have the soap at my house, but I went ahead and included a sample soap for this individual. Also, I think in the end I forgot to show the die cut sticker, but I did put that in there as well. I'd like to thank everyone who has ever purchased from our website. Y'all, it really means a lot when you support our business, any small business really. And in the end, you see I insert our thank you card and our how to care card. Y'all tell me if y'all like our thank you card. And in the end right here, I'll show you, I close the box up, do the shake test, make sure you don't hear anything, and here's a picture of the die cut sticker. If it was in the mailer, this is how it would look. Thank y'all so much for your support, and I'll see y'all in the next video.